Okay, we are live. Mrs. Campbell, let's start our digital citizenship lesson.
All right, guys, today we are going to talk about junk mail. Does anybody know what junk mail is? Raise your quiet hand if you have an idea of what junk mail is. Raise your quiet hands. All right, Vivian, go ahead and talk into the camera. What do you think junk mail is?
Mail that you don't need.
Mail that you don't need? Does anybody else agree with that? Chloe, what do you think it is?
Mail that I don't need.
Mail that you don't need? Does anybody else have an idea? Bronson?
Mail that didn't really come in handy, like a book or something that you don't really need.
Something that didn't come in handy. Well, junk mail is something, it's unwanted mail that you never asked for. So I have an example that I found. I didn't have mine from home, but mine looked just like this. I got a picture, an envelope the other day, and it had a picture of a credit card on it, and inside the envelope, I could feel a real card. It felt like a credit card. Do you think I asked for a credit card? No, so I looked at it, it was kind of exciting. I went, well, it looks like it could be a really good deal. So I looked at the envelope and I thought, what is junk now? I don't know if I should open it, but I did anyway. I opened it up and I looked inside, and guess what? In the letter, somewhere in tiny, tiny, tiny writing, it said something like, and this is not exactly what it said, but it said something like, if you get this credit card, you will pay lots and lots of money for many, many years. Does that sound like a good deal?
No.
No.
They put it in tiny letters because they don't want you to know, so they can get your money.
Oh, did you guys hear what Ian said? He said they put it in tiny little letters because they didn't want you to know that it's kind of a trick, right? Yeah, and so that's how I felt too. Did that sound like a really good idea?
Yeah.
Did it sound like a good deal I should send away and get this credit card? No? Raise your hand if you've ever seen your parents that maybe they have had something like that at home. Just raise a quiet hand if you've ever seen junk mail at home. Ever seen that before?
Whoa, there it is right there.
Kind of like that. Did we show the picture of the credit card already? Yeah. So you guys don't get junk mail at home, do you? Please. Thank you. We're recording right now. So you don't get junk mail at home, but what do you get that you might be kind of like a junk mail? Ian?
Sometimes my mom gets like things that have her account number and all that on there, and she tells me we don't need it, so without some more can get it and get into her account again.
So Ian has seen things at home like maybe like this one where it says congratulations, you won something, but his mom says it has her name or her address or account number on it, so she rips it up and she throws it in the trash can because she knows it's junk. But you know, you guys don't really get envelopes in the mail for credit cards, do you?
No.
And do you get envelopes in the mail for free gift cards?
No.
That are addressed to you? No, but you know what? There is something that you do get, and it's possible that you can get. And it could be something unwanted, like a message on your phone that is from somebody that you don't know. And it's something unwanted that you'd never asked for. Or you might get an email that's from someone you don't know. And it's something you never, ever asked for. So what do we call that kind of junk mail? Jesse, what do you think?
I don't know, but that happened to my mom because this guy found her thing and it stole her identity. So and then the cops found him.
Yeah, so your mom has had that kind of junk mail. You don't know what it's called? Does anybody else know what that kind of junk mail that you might get on your phone or your tablet or an email? Does anybody know what that might be called? Read?
Junk.
It's junk.
Junk on your phone.
Ian has an idea?
Unwanted messaging?
It is unwanted messages. We call that spam. Can you guys say spam?
Spam.
Spam. So we call that spam. Yeah, it's spelled exactly the same as the food spam. But spam is unwanted emails that you might get, you never asked for, or instant messages or messages on your phone, or even sometimes when we're on our iPads, we get those pop-up screens, and they have an ad on them. So do you think that we should learn a little bit more about spam so that we know what to do with it if we find it in our emails or on our phones or maybe on our iPads here in class? All right, so what we're going to do, Mrs. Wakefield's class and Mrs. Byers' class and Mrs. Disroon, we're going to go ahead and get out the You Won a Prize handout.
You want a prize? I already know about spam.
Oh, you're still going to listen the first.
If you click on one, a bunch of other ones will come up.
Great point right there. She's very talk about that. The whole thing. Yeah, it does.
Just like
Good job.
I'm trying to chicken and money. It's so fun.
All right, I'm going to count from 5 down to 0, and we're all going to be ready to listen. 5, 4, 3, Isidro, 2, 1. 0 noise. Oh, good job. Yes. All right, for everyone together, I'm going to read the example that we have about this little boy, Charlie. He's about your age, and he got a message like this. He got some spam, some junk mail. And we're going to read what happened to him, and then all together with the classes, we're going to answer the questions. So in just a minute, we're going to try to do a heads together. Classes, I'm sure that you already know what that is. It's when our whole table or our whole group discusses a problem, or maybe with a partner. And then Mrs. Wakefield's class, you're going to be the first to share number 1. So here's our scenario. This is what happened with Charlie. One day, Charlie gets an email from an address he doesn't know. In the subject box, it says, "You've won a prize." The message reads, "Congratulations, you've won a big prize. To claim your prize, click here." There is no name at the end of the message. Does that sound good so far? No. Charlie clicks on the link, and he sees a web page advertising a pimple cream. He tries to close the page, but other advertising pages start popping up. One for tooth whitening and foot odor products. Every time Charlie closes a page, another ad pops up. He just can't seem to get off the site. Wow. So our first question is, it's someone your age. It can happen to anybody. The first question is, what do you think Charlie thought when he got this email? So heads together. What do you think Charlie thought when he got this message?
I think he was trying to say, like, he thought, people are trying to say he thought you're not even at our maybe he was
Wait, he is right now. All right, so what do you guys think?
I think he wasn't thinking because he didn't have his phone.
Well, you think it's confused. What do you think when you first got the email? What do you think? Alex, that one will work. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Good job, group. Mrs. Wakefield's class, what do you think that Charlie thought when he got his email? So, go ahead, Candace. What do you think?
My group thought that he was scared.
Okay. And go ahead. What do you think?
My group thought that maybe, like, he was so concentrated on the prize that he didn't pay attention to anything else, and he thought he was really going to get a prize, but then he ended up getting a bunch of stuff that kept popping up, and he couldn't get out of the website.
So you thought he was excited?
Nope.
So at first, yeah, he was first distracted.
Okay.
And then he clicked on it because he wasn't paying attention.
Got it.
All over from there.
All right. Ian, you want to come up and share what you thought, what your group said?
Our group decided that he was so excited about he was so excited about the prize that he wasn't paying attention to anything else and just clicked on it.
Nice. Ian, that kind of sounded like exactly what Mrs. Wakefield's class said, too. So all classes, are we pretty much in agreement that he was so excited he got distracted by the chance of maybe getting a prize when he saw that email? All right, for question number 2, why do you think that Charlie opened the email? Kind of close. Heads together. Why do you think he opened the email? Five, 4, oh, thank you, William. 3, 2, 1. All right, Mrs. Byers' class, why do you think Charlie opened that email?
I thought he opened the email because he was so excited he couldn't wait, and he clicked on it, and then he's like, oh, pimple cream. I've been ordering it. We thought he was so excited because he wasn't thinking about anything and he just clicked on it because he really wanted the prize.
I think he just clicked on it because he wanted something.
Thank you. Okay, what about your class, Mrs. Campbell?
You want to come up front?
I think he,
Was it you or was it your What did your group decide on?
I think because he really wanted the prize. He wanted to see what the prize was.
Luke, will you share? Okay, Caesar, will you share real quick? Jaylee, will you share? Jesse, will you share? Can you go up to the front? Okay.
My group and I thought that he just wanted to see what the big prize was, and
what it was going to be because it says that you were going to get a big prize, and he was just very curious to see what it was. He wasn't thinking. He wasn't really thinking.
So, Mrs. Campbell, it sounds like we have the same ideas in our class that your class has. And Mrs. Wakefield and Miss Disrude, I'm not sure. We can't hear your responses, but we're guessing that you might have had some similar responses as to why he opened the email.
Yes, we did.
All right, are you guys ready for question number 3?
Yeah.
All right.
This is what.
Hold on, now this is a big one. This is a big one. Was it a good idea to click on the web link? Why or why not? If you think it was a good idea, why? If you think it was not a good idea, why? Heads together. So he didn't know who it was from.
Maybe
Yeah. All right. All right. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you. All right, Mrs. Disrude's class, it looks like you're ready to share.
We are ready. So, what was your answer? Was it a good idea?
I thought that Charlie just clicked it because he got too excited and confused. He really wanted the trip to that one place. I don't know what it was.
And so, was it a good idea?
No.
No. Why wasn't it a good idea?
Because all the ads started popping up.
Excellent. Make sure and talk louder. Amber, what?
I don't think it was a good idea because all these ads started popping up and he couldn't get off the site.
Okay, Poon.
No, because he didn't know what it was going to be.
Okay, good. Excellent. So, Poon said it wasn't a good idea because he didn't know what it was going to be. So I think that's a good point. Back to you, Mrs. Campbell.
All right, so most of our class agreed they didn't think it was a good idea because they didn't know who it was from. Jaylee, do you have anything else to add?
Well, he shouldn't have clicked on it because he couldn't get off the site and it just keeps popping. Ads keeps popping up.
Yeah, Jaylee said it wasn't a good idea because ads just kept popping up. So we also discussed it in the beginning, Elena. We didn't know that it was going to have pop-up ads all over the place once we clicked on it. So what did he know, though? Ian? He knew that it said he won a big prize, but did he know who it was from? No. All right, so our fourth question is, what should Charlie do next? Mrs. Wakefield, do you guys want to answer this question for us?
Sure, we can.
Discussing? All right, heads together.
Yeah, after discussion, we'll get back to you on that.
Okay, heads together.
and then she became
What should you do next? You ought to tell each other. We're not arguing. We're going to share what our question is. Yeah, that is completely off topic. What should Charlie do next? Very cool. What would you guys do over here? Tell an adult. And anything else?
Don't do it by yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, get some help. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you. Hi, Sienna.
Hi, Sienna.
So, Sienna, go ahead. She's going to tell you what Charlie should do next.
Maybe you should tell an adult. They probably know what to do.
Thanks, Sienna.
Yeah.
That was kind of the consensus from our room was go tell an adult.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Winkle. We had the same idea in this classroom. Most of the tables thought they should tell an adult right away because they would know what to do. A couple students also added that they would turn off the device. They didn't know what to do. They wanted to turn off the device, but they said first they would talk to an adult. So I think that was a pretty good idea. Did you have the same consensus, Mrs. Byers and Mrs. Disrude?
We actually did have the turn off the computer, and several people said go tell an adult, and that is really crucial. That would be my first choice, would be to let my grown-up know, and then shut the computer off. And I think several people in our room said that.
Not me.
What about you, Ms. Disrude?
Yes, Kaiser wanted to share what he thought you should do.
I wanted to turn the device on and off.
Turn the device on and off is what he said.
All right, so after reading what happened to poor Charlie, raise your hand if you think this could ever happen to you.
But I don't have the phone.
Yeah, it could happen to all of us. We could get some kind of message that's unwanted. We don't know who it's from. Oh, third graders, I'm waiting for quiet. Hayden? All right, hands down. The email that was sent to Charlie was sent to thousands of people. The sender was trying to sell him something, and he really wanted him to open that link. Because what did we find out that Charlie, after he clicked on that link, all those advertisements started popping up. And that is exactly what the sender wanted. So spammers, that's what we call them, that are sending out spam emails like that, or spam messages to your phone, or they put those tricky ads on our iPad, they want you to click on the link or to click on the ad so that it'll start popping up more advertisements. Does that sound a little tricky?
Yeah.
A little deceitful? Yeah, so we're going to be spam stoppers, though.
So even if that does say you want a prize, if you don't know if it is really a spammer or if you actually want a prize, go get an adult.
Get an adult before you click on anything. You're right. Hold on. So that's, you know what else it can happen, though? Not just all those ads popping up. It can also, if you're on a computer, even on your phone sometimes, it can download a virus on your computer. It's something that's harmful for your computer. It might make it shut down. It might make things pop up over and over and over again, and you can't use your computer anymore. Does that sound harmful?
Yeah.
So is this something important we want to learn about? We want to make sure we know how to stop it. Mrs. Wakefield, do you have an experience with spamming at all?
I do, actually. Last week, somehow my email that I have, my personal email, got some type of virus, and it sent out the virus to a bunch of the people that I went to college with. And I had no idea that this email went out until my husband also got the email, and he said, hey, did you send this email? I said, I didn't send that email. Don't click that link because it may be the same virus that my computer got. So that is quite a bummer when you have that go out to a bunch of people and also can spread the virus to their computer. So we have to be really careful that we don't open anything. And I have no idea where it came from because I'm really careful online. I don't click anything that I don't need to. And I have no idea where it came from.
So then it could happen to any of us, even if we don't start clicking on ads on our iPads, or if we don't open links, we might still get an email that is unwanted or junk mail, or could be harmful to our computer. So we have to be pretty careful, don't we, third graders?
Yeah.
And fourth graders? So here are some tips, some common sense tips, and they're on your little handout too, so you can read them along with me, so we can make sure that we are spam stoppers and not spam starters. We don't want to open those links, right? So the first one is don't open messages from people you don't know. Can you guys read that with me again? Don't open messages from people you don't know. The second one is if you open a message by mistake, don't click on links or download files that come with it. Will you read that together with me? If you open a message by mistake, don't click on links or download files that come with it. Number 3 is never reply to emails or IMs from people you don't know. Will you read that one with me too? Never reply to emails or IMs from people you don't know. Those are instant messages, those little pop-up messages you might get on your phone. Number 4 is don't reply to spam, even to tell the spammer not to send any more messages. Can you guys read that one with me? Don't reply to spam, even to tell the spammer not to send any more messages. The next one is flag emails as junk or spam, and that's probably something your parents would have to help you with. So let's read that together. Flag emails as junk or spam. Are you reading along with us? The next one is watch out for messages that ask you for private information. Anything about yourself. No one should ever do that. Let's read that together. Watch out for messages that ask for your private information. No one should ever do that. All right, the very last one is tell an adult you trust about any message that makes you uncomfortable or comes from someone you don't know. Let's read that one nice and loud. Are you ready? Tell an adult you trust about any messages that make you uncomfortable or comes from someone you don't know.
Miss Campbell.
All right, so third and fourth graders out there, this is pretty important stuff. We want to make sure that we know the rules and that we're spam stoppers. So we have a mission for you and for our class as well. Our mission is to create a song. You're going to create a song with your groups called Spam Stoppers. And you're going to share all the rules for stopping spam. Teachers, your directions are in your packet. And I thought maybe, third graders, maybe we should come together after we've done this and share some of our songs with each other. What do you think, groups?
What do we think?
No!
Yes! Some of us are a little shy.
All right, well, it was so much fun sharing this lesson with you. I'm so glad to see all your faces again. I hope we can meet soon to share our songs with one another. Can we all wave goodbye? Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
was so fun. I know a bunch of people that